Q6500. The of an aircraft that has been involved in an incident is required to submit a report to the nearest field office of the NTSB. A. Within 7 days. B. Within 10 days. C. Only if requested to do so. The correct answer is C. The purpose of this requirement is to ensure that the NTSB receives information about incidents that may have safety implications or warrant further investigation. While accidents often require immediate reporting, incidents refer to events that fall short of a full-blown accident but still have the potential to reveal safety concerns or patterns. In such cases, the NTSB, as the responsible authority for investigating transportation incidents, may specifically request the operator to submit a report. This request typically includes detailed instructions on what information is required and the designated time frame for submission. By making the submission of a report contingent upon the NTSB's request, the regulatory framework focuses resources on incidents that are deemed necessary to investigate further. This approach helps prioritize incidents that have the potential to uncover systemic issues, identify safety risks, or inform regulatory actions to enhance aviation safety. Operators are expected to cooperate fully with the NTSB's request and provide accurate and comprehensive information regarding the incident. The report may include relevant details such as the nature of the incident, circumstances leading up to it, actions taken by the operator and crew, and any observations or findings related to potential safety concerns. The NTSB relies on these incident reports to gather data, assess trends, and identify areas where safety improvements or regulatory changes may be needed. It is through this collaborative reporting process that the NTSB and aviation industry stakeholders work together to enhance safety practices and prevent future incidents. In summary, the operator of an aircraft involved in an incident is required to submit a report to the nearest NTSB field office, but this requirement is contingent upon a specific request from the NTSB. This approach ensures that resources are focused on incidents with potential safety implications and enables effective collaboration between the NTSB and operators in improving aviation safety. Q6410. An aircraft's operating limitations may be found in the A. FAA-approved Aircraft Flight Manual. B. Owner's Handbook published by the aircraft manufacturer. C. Aircraft Flight Manual, approved manual material, markings, and placards, or any combination thereof. The correct answer is C. The FAA-approved Aircraft Flight Manual, AFM, serves as a primary source of information regarding the aircraft's operating limitations. It contains detailed instructions, procedures, and performance data specific to the aircraft model. The AFM provides essential information on weight and balance limitations, recommended operating speeds, maneuvering limitations, emergency procedures, and other operational considerations. It is a comprehensive document that pilots must consult to ensure they are adhering to the approved operating procedures. In addition to the AFM, approved manual material supplements and complements the information provided in the primary manual. These materials can include supplements to the AFM, Pilot's Operating Handbook, POH, or other documents approved by the FAA or the aircraft manufacturer. These supplemental documents may provide specific instructions or limitations related to equipment installations, optional features, or modifications made to the aircraft. Furthermore, aircraft manufacturers often publish owner's handbooks or similar documents that provide additional guidance on operating limitations and procedures. These handbooks serve as a valuable resource for aircraft owners, providing practical information on maintenance, routine inspections, and general operating practices. Another important aspect of identifying an aircraft's operating limitations is through markings and placards. These visual cues are affixed to the aircraft and are strategically placed to provide immediate reference to critical information. Markings and placards may indicate maximum takeoff and landing weights, fuel capacity, emergency procedures, and other limitations that are crucial for safe operation. Pilots must be familiar with and adhere to the information displayed on these markings and placards. By considering the FAA-approved Aircraft Flight Manual, approved manual material, markings, and placards, pilots gain a comprehensive understanding of the operating limitations of an aircraft. Adhering to these limitations is essential for maintaining safety and compliance with regulatory requirements during flight operations. 6462. Regarding certificates and documents, no may operate an aircraft unless it has within it an A. Airworthiness Certificate and Minimum Equipment List, MEL. B. Airworthiness Certificate, Aircraft and Engine Logbooks, and Owner's Handbook. C. Airworthiness Certificate, Registration Certificate, and Approved Flight Manual. The correct answer is C. These documents ensure that the aircraft is both airworthy and compliant with regulatory standards. The three primary documents that must be present within the aircraft are Airworthiness Certificate. The Airworthiness Certificate is issued by the relevant aviation authority, such as the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, in the United States. It serves as official documentation that the aircraft has met the necessary airworthiness standards and is safe to operate. The Airworthiness Certificate demonstrates that the aircraft design, construction, maintenance, and other factors meet the required standards and regulations. Registration Certificate. The Registration Certificate establishes the legal ownership and registration of the aircraft. It is typically issued by the aviation authority of the country where the aircraft is registered. The Registration Certificate contains essential information such as the aircraft's registration number, ownership details, and other relevant identifying information. This certificate is important for maintaining accurate records of aircraft ownership and for regulatory purposes. Approved Flight Manual. The Approved Flight Manual is a comprehensive document that provides essential operational information for the specific aircraft model. It is typically approved by the aviation authority and is specific to the aircraft's make, model, and configuration. The flight manual contains important operating procedures, limitations, performance data, emergency procedures, and other essential information necessary for the safe and proper operation of the aircraft. Pilots and operators must consult the approved flight manual to ensure compliance with the recommended procedures and limitations specific to their aircraft. These certificates and documents work together to ensure the legal compliance, airworthiness, and safe operation of the aircraft. They provide pilots, operators, and regulatory authorities with the necessary information to assess the aircraft's suitability for flight, track ownership and registration details, and establish the operational procedures and limitations required for safe flight operations. By possessing the Airworthiness Certificate, Registration Certificate, and Approved Flight Manual, aircraft operators demonstrate their compliance with regulatory requirements, facilitate proper aircraft operation, and prioritize the safety of both the aircraft and its occupants. 6484. Who is primarily for maintaining an aircraft in an airworthy condition? A. Mechanic. B. Pilot in command. C. Owner or operator of the aircraft. The correct answer is C. The primary responsibility for maintaining an aircraft in an airworthy condition rests with the owner or operator of the aircraft. This responsibility encompasses various aspects of maintenance, inspections, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Owners or operators are responsible for ensuring that the aircraft receives the necessary maintenance and repairs to keep it in a safe and airworthy condition. This includes adhering to maintenance schedules recommended by the aircraft manufacturer and regulatory authorities. Routine inspections, servicing, and component replacements must be conducted as per the prescribed intervals to ensure the continued airworthiness of the aircraft. Owners or operators must also comply with applicable regulatory requirements and guidelines for maintenance, including those set forth by aviation authorities such as the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, in the United States. These regulations outline specific maintenance standards, record-keeping requirements, and procedures to follow to ensure compliance with airworthiness standards. Additionally, owners or operators must ensure that the necessary inspections, such as annual inspections or inspections after a major repair or alteration, are performed by qualified personnel. These inspections are critical to identify any potential issues or safety concerns that may affect the airworthiness of the aircraft. While pilots in command play a role in reporting any observed discrepancies or defects during pre-flight inspections, it is ultimately the responsibility of the owner or operator to address these issues promptly and appropriately. This may involve coordinating with maintenance personnel, scheduling necessary repairs, or ensuring that appropriate corrective actions are taken to maintain the aircraft's airworthiness. By taking ownership of the responsibility for maintaining an aircraft in an airworthy condition, owners or operators demonstrate their commitment to the safety of the aircraft, its occupants, and the general public. This proactive approach helps ensure compliance with regulations, promotes safe operations, and enhances the overall integrity and reliability of the aircraft. 6493. Aircraft maintenance must include the current status of A. All appropriate airworthiness certificates. B. Life-limited parts of only engine and airframe. C. Light-limited parts of each airframe, engine, propeller, rotor, and appliance. The correct answer is C. Aircraft maintenance is a crucial aspect of ensuring the safety and airworthiness of an aircraft. As part of the maintenance process, it is essential to monitor and address the current status of life-limited parts of each airframe, engine, propeller, rotor, and appliance. Life-limited parts are components of an aircraft that have a specific lifespan determined by the manufacturer or regulatory authorities. These parts are subject to wear and tear, stress, or fatigue over time, and they must be carefully monitored and maintained to prevent potential failures that could compromise the safety of the aircraft. The responsibility of tracking the current status of life-limited parts lies with the maintenance personnel and operators of the aircraft. They must ensure that accurate records are maintained, documenting the usage, condition, and remaining lifespan of these parts. This information helps determine when the parts are due for inspection, maintenance, or replacement. The scope of life-limited parts includes not only the airframe and engine, but also other critical components such as the propeller, rotor, in the case of helicopters, and various appliances installed on the aircraft. These parts may have specific inspection intervals or replacement requirements based on factors such as flight hours, cycles, or calendar time. By closely monitoring the status of life-limited parts, maintenance personnel can effectively plan and execute necessary inspections, repairs, or replacements. This proactive approach ensures that the aircraft remains in compliance with regulatory requirements and manufacturer recommendations, minimizing the risk of unexpected failures during operation. Furthermore, maintaining accurate records of the life-limited parts helps in identifying trends, tracking maintenance history, and planning for future maintenance needs. It supports effective maintenance scheduling and assists in adhering to the manufacturer's maintenance program or maintenance tracking system, such as the aircraft's maintenance tracking software. Overall, including the current status of life-limited parts of each airframe, engine, propeller, rotor, and appliance in the aircraft maintenance process is crucial for promoting safe and reliable aircraft operations. It helps ensure compliance with regulatory requirements, minimizes the risk of component failures, and contributes to the overall airworthiness and longevity of the aircraft.